Hello everyone, Mr. Kaczynski with you, working on Section O in IXL's 8th grade math. We're going to find missing angles in triangles. The main thing we need to remember about that is that the sum of all the angles of a triangle will always be 180. So on this we have a 51 degree angle and a 63 degree angle and a missing angle, and together they will add up to 180. That's always the case in a triangle. So 51 and 63, that's 114 of the 180 degrees. And so if we just subtract that 114 from 180, then we'll have our missing angle, which is 66 degrees. So this angle here is 66 degrees. All right, take the picture away. The fact remains that the three angles have to add up to 180 degrees. So we have a 6-degree angle. We have a 65-degree angle. And we have an unknown angle. Together, they add up to 180. All right, well, the 6 and the 65, that's 71 of the 180. So we'll just subtract 71 from 180, or from both sides of this equation. And we end up with 180 minus 71 is 109, 109 degrees. All right, this says one angle of a right triangle. Well, if it's a right triangle, it has to have a 90-degree angle. Okay? And it says another angle measures 60. And then we're trying to find the third angle, the other acute angle. So we don't know what that is, but we know that those three angles together will add up to 180. So the only tougher part here is recognizing, oh, they gave us a right angle, so one of them is 90 degrees. So 90 and 60 together makes 150. So 150 plus our missing angle would be 180. So that missing angle must be 30, because 150 plus 30 is, 150 plus 30 is 180. So 30 degrees. Okay, and then we get into some isosceles triangles. So one thing we know about isosceles triangles is that they have two congruent angles. So an isosceles triangle has an angle that measures 70. Well, that means we could have a second angle that measures 70. So it could be 70 plus blank that equals 180. So that would be 70 and 70 makes 140, and then 140 plus another 40 would give us 180. So we could actually have a 40-degree angle as well. So you could have two 70s and a 40. The other thing we could have is two equal angles and that 70-degree angle that add up to 180. So let's simplify that equation. And then let's subtract 70 from both sides. So we could have two angles that add up to 110, which would mean that each one could be 55. So we could have two 55-degree angles and a 70-degree angle as well, and then it would also be isosceles. So which other angles could be in that isosceles triangle? We've shown that you could have another 70, you could have a 40 if it was a 70-70-40 isosceles triangle, or you could have two 55s and a 70, and that would be 180 degrees as well. All right, one more, similar. We have an angle of an isosceles triangle that measures 110. What could the other measures of the angles, the isosceles triangle, be? Well, could we have another 110? No, because you can't have two obtuse angles in a triangle. So in this case, we just have the 110 and the two base angles. So two equivalent angles that add up to 180. So 110 plus 2x equals 180. If we subtract 110 from both sides, we get 70. So each angle would have to be 35. 35, 35, and 110. So there we go. It would have to be that 35-degree angle. All right, so once you get to the isosceles part, maybe they get a little bit tougher. You have to think a little bit more about the different possibilities, but that's how you find missing angles in triangles. Good luck.